Hey, Wembuck World Entertainment, Doctor Who, Billie Piper, Christmas special. Yeah, that's the three key things here. Are they all going to go hand in hand in terms of, is Doctor Who actually going to have its Christmas special out this year? And will Billie Piper be the new Doctor? Well, that is yet to be determined. Except for the Billie Piper end, because that won't be the case. She will not be the Doctor. Not just does this now come straight from sources saying, yeah, it won't be the Doctor. She herself said, oh yeah, that was a very last minute thing that the producers basically panicked and went, quick, see if Billie Piper will do it. That's why that happened. Which ultimately leads to what a shit show you've then put yourself into going forward. Even though we know this thing is basically cancelled. But they still have the Christmas special to do. But now the question is, will that even happen by this year? Because they haven't started filming it. As far as we're aware, they haven't even started writing it yet. And why? Well, the main thing holding them up is they don't even have a Doctor yet. But let's have a look at this anyway. So, while Doctor Who has an uncertain future after Disney Plus ended its deal with the BBC to bring the Time Lord to streaming, a partnership that led to a much bigger budget than the franchise was accustomed to, showrunner Russell T Davies is planning a Christmas special. It's not that he's planning it, he was contracted for it. So this is the last episode, I believe. There might be two, so actually, no, I think it is this. I think the other one he used was for the spin-off, whatever it was called, something with the sea or some shit. The thing that nobody even knew came out. Why? Because it was put on, I believe it was the ITV player, and that was it. It was the only place it was available. But anyway, by the way, this has a bit of a fluff piece as well. But it says, that will air on the BBC later this year. Will it? I believe without a global streaming partner. That likely means fans can expect an episode much smaller in scale than those seen since David Tennant's return in the 60th anniversary episodes. Still, in many ways, the Whoniverse, I hate that stupid name, was often at its best, creatively speaking, when it had to get inventive with its limited budget. Whether Davies sticks around beyond the Christmas special isn't clear, especially as his return to Doctor Who has received a mixed response. From key creative decisions to so-called woke storylines. So-called woke storylines. You mean when everything was, it's gay or trans, and that was it. That was your storylines. The man who brought the TARDIS back to our screens in 2005 hasn't received the same warm response this time around. Yeah, because he went in and he absolutely butchered the franchise. He decided, Davos can't be in a wheelchair anymore, even though he was never in a wheelchair. It was a life support machine. He said, that reflects badly on disabled people, so we'll just have him as a normal human. It was like, what? Then, of course, you had all the daydam bullshit in there, the trans idiots in there, Jinx Monsoon in there talking shit, who gladly said, the more bigots we get rid of, the more fans we create. And it's like, how did that go for you? Because all the fans walked away and you got nobody new. So, yeah, he came in and he railroaded the whole show because he came in with an agenda. Everything is now gay and trans. That was it. Think of it. One of his episodes even had a group of people who were willing to be eaten alive by slugs rather than go into TARDIS with a black man. They actually did that. They had oh no, we can't go with you, you're black. It's like, wow. And you wonder why people outright rejected the bullshit. But it says anyway, at the end of Season 2, Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor regenerated into a 16th version that shared the same face as former companion Rose Tyler, played by Billie Piper. While she wasn't officially introduced as the Doctor, it looked like Piper might be the next Time Lord. Well, The Sun, which is a garbage paper, A British tabloid and surprisingly good source for Doctor Who news, is reporting that the actress and singer is not the new Doctor. In fact, producers are trying to find a new TARDIS dweller fast, as they are committed to a Christmas special but have yet to start filming. An insider told them, from the moment it was confirmed Ncuti was leaving, bosses have subtly been putting feelers out among the industry for an actor who could play the Doctor. Get this though, wait to hear this. Despite once being one of the most coveted roles in TV, it's now seen as bit of a poisoned chalice. Anyone taking on the job will want to know if they're playing it for a one-off festive special or beyond, as they'll want to plan their workload over coming years, the source added. So basically, this has become like a Star Wars thing here, which is once a long time ago, if you like, people were jumping for the chance to star in one of these things. And now it's the case of, you want to be Doctor Who? Yeah, no, thanks, I'm good. It's like, what? Really? You don't want to be Doctor? And they're like, no, that's a career killer right there. So that's a very bad sign for the state of Doctor Who, which also shows you who's going to want to invest in Doctor Who if you can't even get people to come on board with the thing. So the BBC refused to comment on the report, but in many ways this was expected. The fact that Piper wasn't introduced as the new Doctor, combined with Rose's link to the TARDIS, suggested the whole thing might be a misdirect. Now it will seemingly be down to Davies to resolve that before introducing a true 16th Doctor. And this is the thing, like, they panicked. They knew he was leaving. Ncuti Gatwa, he pretty much said he was leaving. Mind you, some of the reports are that he was fired. Whether he is fired, leaving, whatever. They knew he was gone after his 2 seasons. They didn't really go, well, do we need to find someone new? I think it's the case as well of seeing and hearing that Disney were pulling out of the deal, that the show for all intents and purposes is cancelled as of now. You know, them say, oh no, it's just being put on extended hiatus. Yeah, that's called cancelled until you eventually renew it way down the road. But they panicked and went, we need someone to fill in, we need to do something. And they quickly rushed and asked Billie Piper, would you come in and do it? And she said yeah. That's how she ended up there. She said that herself. That's not like rumor or speculation or anything like that. That was her herself who said that. The fact now that we are now in March, yeah, we're in the first week of March, and they not even filming the Christmas special yet. You know, that's a very bad sign. There may be no Christmas special this year for Doctor Who, and if there is, it could be the most stitched together Frankenstein mess of an episode that they just panicked and rushed to try and put something together just to go, here you go. Either way, do people want more? They definitely don't want Russell T Davies to stick around. That's guaranteed. But what do you guys think? Do you think they should just call it a day at this stage? The thing needs to rest for about 20 years before they ever try and really bring it back. But again, what do you guys think? Do you think there will be a Christmas special this year? Who do you think could be a good fit for the Doctor? And do you think Russell T Davies will stick around after it? He's already not. We know that. He's going to work with Channel 4. But let us know what you think about it all. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. Cheers, and I shall catch you in the next one.